I started studying NLP 10 years ago, along with Dr. David Lincoln. And trust me, it was so amazing, this entire journey, that I actually started researching on it. I also studied from Manjri Latte of Earthwise. I studied with Sushil Mehrotra. I studied with Amarendra Jitale. And I've been studying NLP from Tad James over through the books, Anthony Robbins. I've been reading Richard Bandler, Robert Dilts, Virginia Satir. So in all, this has been an exciting journey. And I can't wait to share with you all that how you can lessen the struggle that you go through in life just because of the processes and the structure that you follow. What if we just, shorten the distance between us and our goals by understanding that there has been an entire study that's gone in and we have some evidence, proof, steps and mechanisms through which we can reach there faster. And save yourself some time, right? Life isn't this long that you do trial and error. Why not just stick to something that works, right? Experience has a structure. So NLP basically studies, the people who won along the way, people who have left their footprints. And Richard Bandler actually started studying it alongside John Grinder, and who was his professor, okay, in the university. And they started, blending the various parts of various psychological concepts, other modalities that were working towards personal development, like hypnotherapy, family therapy, gestalt therapy, and so many other, cognitive-based therapies. This was a journey that began for them, and they have put together this generative science, which keeps upgrading itself. And NLP, and now new code NLP, this was born because we can always change these neural pathways, which are like the wiring in our brain, and we can program them for success. And what do we use for it? We use the linguistics, the way you talk to yourself, the way you talk to the world, the way you put your stories. How do we give meaning to something that's just happened? Everything that happens to you gets interpreted by you and through your language, and then you make up a story, and that, friends, define your life. So, for instance, if somebody is in the process of, like, he's very, I'll give you an example of one of my clients. She's very upset with her mother for nagging her all the time. So she's put in a label and a story around her that she is a crazy woman, and she judges, and she has issues of her own, and she's putting them on me. And there's so much of loathing that goes into it that she's created an entire, interpretation of the things that happen. And when we started meta questioning, we started delayering and peeling off the layers of the story that was created in her head, which actually spoiled the relation between the mother and daughter. We could come to the conclusion that most of it was only a generalization of sort, was too much of personalization, was too much of deletion and distorted truth of the reality, distorted perception of the reality. So when we got to, the roots, we realized that it was only a behavior, or a certain behavior, that was upsetting her and not her mother. She knew that mother's higher intention was her growth. So when we started doing this, we could actually build the rapport, build the relationship between the two. So this is how, we work with ourselves, our mind, and we let go of the stories that we tell ourselves, and we recognize how much of loading we've done, okay, through the linguistics, and how we have wired our mind, to believing into something. And all we need to do is interpret it in the way it is. And NLP really helps because it has many, many tools in its arsenal. It's got so many tools to, dissociate from the so that you can actually see what's happening. You can have provocative therapies also is a part of it. So you can actually de-addict yourself from something, and you can actually move towards a better life, and towards progress.